But yeah, I'm like fine. They gave me like a prescription.
That's crazy, dude.
They gave me a prescription for like Norcos, and I'm like,
Wow.
oh shit,
Norco?
yeah, I know, right?
What the fuck?
Apparently, look, dudes get real scared about dick stuff, you know.
Okay,
and
but
so-
Norco?
yeah, I know, but
Man, that's like hardcore.
it's serious. But like, I just took some fucking Advil, and I'm good. I must have a very resilient dong or something.
I was just talking to my helper about this
dude.
yesterday at work, and
Are you sure they did it?
Yeah, the weirdest thing, honestly, was I guess they have to send samples to a lab just to verify with your insurance and like all that kind of stuff. And so the nurse, she was like, "Yeah, check it out." And there was 2 little bits of dick tube in like these little jars, and I was like, "That apparently just came out of me." It was awkward.
Weird.
Yeah, actually, honestly, the best part, not the best part, but the kind of another awkward part was. You know, they set you up first.
Yep.
And so like, you know, they put all the towels down and they just leave, you know, your nuts out. Yeah.
Yep.
And so the nurse like set it up and she was like, "All right, well, the doctor will be, you know, right with you." And I guess the doctor got like caught up with a patient. So I was lying there with my nuts out and I fell asleep. Seriously, I like nodded off.
I've done that before.
I was apparently real comfy with my nuts out.
From when the time they called my name to walk back to the time I walked out was, I shit you not, like 12 minutes. My wife's like, "Go back in, you're not done yet." I was like, "Nope, I'm done."
Yeah.
They're like, "Seriously?" I was like, "Yep."
Yeah, no, dude,
From
like
a shot to sewn up, that was 12 fucking minutes.
yeah, no, like once the doctor finally got there, like it was funny because as soon as he actually like started, I'm like, I should have taken the Valium.
You're just sweating bullets.
Yeah, a little bit, but like after, I kind of got over
That
it.
shot,
and he,
though, good God.
Yeah, he like kept like talking to me, which was nice.
Matt was sweating bullets. He was like, "Hello, me. Meet the real me."
God.
I had to go in for an ultrasound on my nuts once.
Oh.
And twice, actually.
What did they
And
sound like?
It was very similar, except they
So like Skrillex.
They said, "Okay, we're going to leave the room. Here are 2 towels. You need to basically take your pants off, you know, lay back." And then they tell you, this is what they told me. You have to put your dick under the towel, and then so it's like flopped on your belly kind of thing.
Right.
And then hold the towel with your hand on your dick. So nothing pops out. And so they just want to see the nuts.
Yeah.
And then they turned the lights off. Yeah. And then they had a fan
Turn on some
that was
Ron
blowing
Stack.
warm air into my crotch so I wouldn't get cold.
Shriveled.
I swear, dude. And it was kind of pleasant. Until they put
"Oh,
the gel on and it...
Yeah, rub some
dude,
gel.
even like
and
so.
cleaning that up was a... Oh, that was
Did they make
shit
you
show.
shave your balls before you went in?
Yep.
Yeah, that
And
was
the
fun.
best, and another thing too is they like, good on you, Nico. So they had to like, you know, like I said, you have to leave your actual dong like up against your belly, right? And so they taped mine down. but the thing, here's the thing though, is like they didn't use the nurse didn't use a piece of tape that was like just enough to put it down. It was like hip bone to hip bone, man. And like, you know, I'm a fairly hairy dude, and so when all was said and done, they're like, "All right, just take everything off and like put your clothes back on." And I look down, there's this big ass piece of tape, and I'm seriously like, "Okay."
And Matt just like closed his eyes, thought about titties, and then just ripped the tape right out.
Exactly. Yeah, I just forced it off. Like, no, it was, I had to like rip that shit off. It was
Package
that didn't
5/9/17, so 5 weeks almost.
Nice. That's pretty much right. That's right. In the sweet spot.
About a month. Yeah,
That's right in the sweet
stupid.
spot. Cool.
The Warehouse Age, Sierra Nevada, their distribution is so fucking slow.
It's so bad.
Well, a lot of it.
Firestone's pretty bad too, actually.
Honestly, a lot of it too, though, is the fact that they bottle condition so much stuff. So they package it, but then it sits in their warehouse for like 3 weeks while it's conditioning.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
even like Optimum and
They have
shit,
a,
which
like-
isn't.
They have an actual bottle conditioning warehouse that things go in so it doesn't get mixed into the supply. So it won't leave that one until it's like that 10-day mark, and then it goes out from all from my beer camp days.
All right, what fucking order do we want to do this shit in?
Tenor Madness is trying to really get away from the nut conversation.
Gurge. Yeah, my fun was doing the after about a month, you'll have to go back and do a sample. And then mine was at like a Kaiser, and there was no room for it. They're just like, just go in the bathroom. And I'm like, awkward as shit. And then I had to wait in a line with it in my hand after the whole thing. It was so bad. And then the lady's like, what do you have there? I'm like, this is my sample. She said, what kind of sample? I'm like, I'm not going to say this out loud.
You're like, it's my cum. Like, you know.
I just jizzed in this cup here, and I'd like you to have this jizz because I need to get out of here.
You're like, here, take this. It's my jism.
That's my jism.
Shooting all the jism like John Holmes.
John Holmeser.
That X-rated.
Get it? John.
Did you have a man or a woman, Matt?
John Holmeser.
Do the operation?
A man. The nurse was a lady, but the actual
Man or woman,
operation
put
was done
them
by a dude.
together, then we find out which
Speaking
one
of dicks,
is smarter.
We got some Sierra Nevada.
I'm trying to find some sort of fucking method to this madness.
Rope samples.
Rope samples, yeah. And then I got an email back from my Dr. Poon. Dr. Poon says, no sperm seen. Have fun, Dr. Poon.
Hey, do you want to
Save
talk
that
about
somewhere.
rate beer on this episode or the next one? We have 12 beers in this episode, I guess.
Yeah, I
next
think.
one.
I think this one should.
It fits in with the whole
Rape
macro
beer.
theme of GDC.
Yeah.
So
Genesee.
yes, we know it's called Genesee.
Yeah,
Hey,
It's
Genesee. I'll save that for that episode.
Genesee, brother of dragons.
I want to see Genesee.
Is it hot?
It is a little warm in here.
It's
actually.
always hot in here for me, so.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of nice in the last episode. It was like cool.
Temperate.
I'm not going to be nice to rate beer, by the way. Fuck them.
They're not my homies.
Yeah, they're not my personal friends.
And of all, I guess we'll save it for that. Save it for the show.
All the lonely people. And everyone.
Is there anything in this pack that sounds interesting?
Boneyard West Coast IPA,
Right,
Treehouse East Meets West IPA.
Right.
Those are both supposed to be pretty good.
All right. Let's do them blind and just be like, all right. what is it?
Brewery Raspberry Sunday. I mean, honestly, all these sound pretty good.
All right.
Surly Ginger Lager.
That's what we thought about the last 12 pack too.
Avery Dry Hop Barley Wine. These are a little bit less esoteric, I guess. They're more like in the wheelhouse of the brewery that they're supposed to be. Well, I don't know how a ginger lager
Sierra
is
Nevada
surly.
rebrews them though.
Yeah, but it's more like the collaborating brewery. It's in their style where like before they'd be like, yeah, we're doing a beer with Trillium and it's a coconut fucking lager, you know? Like,
Belgian double.
yeah, and you're like, what?
Sounds
And it was
good.
just like 6 brewers got high in a room and they're like, wouldn't it be fucking funny if we made this?
I think that's how literally every beer ever is made.
overpowered.
Mostly Lagunitas.
Well, now it's 2 brewers get high in a room.
yeah, that's
That's how they collaborate.
they're 2 breweries, so they're like hotboxing the fucking kettle.
They've got a fucking hookah.
That's not the same drug.
Was that DMT that I just did?
No, that would be laughing gas.
Oh, shit.
Nitrous oxide. That's
Greg
when you get
said
the
something
wows.
about people pounding the table too
Pounding.
much.
A lot
Oh,
of
really?
pounding. A lot of.
Okay.
I've never heard that come through in the show, though.
It's weird. Because I think the same thing when I,
I hear it
live.
in the headphones, but I've never heard it on the
alright.
show.
But it's still. I mean,
Yeah, I'd
you
rather
I thought it
avoid
was,
it.
I thought it was
Let's
notable.
not push our fucking
But
luck.
Jason,
but
you're right.
Yeah.
I expect to hear it when I edit, and I don't. So
Cool. I just thought it was like, well,
Lordy, I hope there's tapes.
are we recording?
blast those tapes.
We're recording.
Welcome to Fort Brewers. My name is Matt Becker, and as always, I'm joined by
John Holzer.
Jason Hizzy.
Greg Nagel.
and we are going across the world, not across the universe,
Going across the world.
across the world.
If I ruled the world, I'd have all my sons. That's for you.
I don't know that song.
90s hip hop.
Okay.
Nas.
So we are doing the Beer Camp Across the World 12-pack.
For the 3rd time, I think, on our show, we've done 3 of these now.
Yeah.
We've at least done one, but we've at least done one before, but I think this will be our 3rd.
I think this is our 3rd.
I hope this one is good.
My memory sucks.
Last one was a hot box
You
of
have
turds.
smoked yourself retarded.
I've smoked away I smoked away a lot of memories. I'm not gonna lie.
Luckily, we have tapes. We can go back.
Boy, howdy, do I hope there's taste. What was it? Lordy, do I hope?
Lordy.
Lordy.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, Lordy.
Travel so hard. Oh, Lordy.
So let's
It's a musical episode.
let's dive right in here. What do we want to start?
We
with?
got 12 beers. We can't. No time to fuck about. Beer camp across the world. So I will summarize this in a brief way. They are doing a single brewery collaborator. It looks like half of them are American, half of them are international. They look much more regular and good and less esoteric and weird for the sake of weird than the last year's pack.
Which is good.
There's at least three. There's 3 cans in here. Yeah, there's 3 cans in
And
here
this time
year.
they're 16-ounce cans and not 12-ounce cans because they had to make like a special stand for the can so it would float in the middle of the box.
yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, and they talked about that at the California Craft.
Like they had to hand
CCB
insert,
Summit.
they had to hand insert all of those, and it was like
what
a big
pain in
labor
the
cost.
ass. So
In general, I think making a 12 beer mix pack is probably a big pain in the ass.
Oh,
but
logistically, fuck.
so first and foremost, I don't know. First is trying to kind of do these in some sort of fucking logical style order. Is a Surly Brewing Company ginger lager. Again, these are all Sierra Nevada collabs brewed at Sierra Nevada's 14 brewing conglomerate facilities.
This is a lager brewed with ginger and cayenne and fermented on oak.
That sounds dope.
That does sound good.
as if the ginger wasn't spicy
smells
enough.
like ginger.
they added cayenne.
Dude, I've been on a beer break this week, but then I've had ginger beer, which kind of hits that same itch.
It's good. Isn't
Yeah,
ginger
like
beer
some
wonderful?
good ginger
Ginger's good,
beer.
dude.
It's
Yeah.
like got that nice, like bitter, spicy
Yeah,
bite.
it like
and
bites real hard.
yeah.
Some-
With sushi?
Yeah,
oh
I
my
like
god.
it. Oh man, like my girlfriend kind of admonishes me whenever we go eat sushi because I'll just start eating the ginger just alone. She's like, "How do you do that?"
So good, man.
I'm like, "It's delicious. That's how."
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
It
That's
smells
huge.
gingery.
That smells like ginger.
Huge ginger nose.
That
yeah.
smells like fresh. Like what do you call it? You don't. I guess you grade ginger. Or,
Grate it. I use a
But you can
microplane
slice it.
sometimes.
Yeah,
You
yeah, for
It
like
smells
grating.
like you just.
You could dice it. You could do
Cut
all
up some
sorts of
ginger.
things. You know, yeah.
You can put it on a mandolin.
I don't get that one.
No, there's a mandolin.
It's that thing. you
Oh
use to
no, like a slicer.
Slicer.
Yeah.
A mandolin slicer.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought you meant like a mandolin
You can
play.
put it on an actual mandolin.
I was gonna say you could put it on one and then you would just smell good
and
while
then
you
could
were
rock out
playing.
with it.
That being said, I think it's a little much on the nose. It's just.
It's really overwhelming.
I don't know.
It's not subtle.
I'm not anticipating drinking this.
The whole
that
thing?
big. It's that big.
I'll let you drink it.
I mean, it's got kind of like it crosses into that like floor cleaner territory.
A little bit. I don't get a whole lot of cayenne. Do you guys?
It's just, there's a
No.
little tinge.
I'm not
of
getting really any spice.
tongue.
Oh,
Even
a little
compared to-
bit on the back.
Even compared to a spicy ginger, like I've had stuff that's just very gingery, like ginger beer that's very spice forward.
Soulless.
And it'll be just ginger has kind of a spicy heat to it if you have a lot of it.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm not even getting that out of this. The flavor is a lot more subtle than the nose, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
It's not subtle, but it's more subtle than the nose.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's like degrees. I wasn't into it. I got a lot of ginger and not a lot of lager. You know.
Yeah.
That being
Or
said,
the wood.
yeah, or wood. Yeah, I got no wood out of it at all.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's kind of a weak start, but
I think it's a little better than you're giving it credit for. There is it's a beer that when I've been drinking a little bit more of it, it kind of you're getting more out of it. Like it's got kind of that very gingery flavor right up the front, but drinking a little bit more of it, you kind of get a little bit of layers to it.
I do get the cayenne on the on like the back end of my throat too.
yeah, it's a little warming like post swallow, but you
But
know what
it's
isn't?
kind of tannic too, and that might be the contribution that we're getting from the wood.
Yeah,
Like I'm feeling like I'm like
Yeah,
it's
it's got a
like
little
chewing on it,
stickiness.
you know.
yeah.
The sweaters on your teeth.
I think the elements are there in this beer, and like I think these flavors could work, but like they missed the mark a little. Like I don't think they quite hit
Yeah,
what they
it's
were
a little
going
too much.
for. Like I feel like I'm
too
getting
bold.
what they're trying to do here, but I feel like they didn't quite get there.
Yeah, like I could have used a little bit more piloting.
Or maybe the pilot was delicious, and then Sierra Nevada rebrewed it, and they're like, it's hard to scale up.
Sierra Nevada's
Something
fault
with
for
ginger?
it.
That's usually what we think. That's our theory on what happens with these beers. They
Oh,
were,
yeah,
they were
scaling
good
up.
on a small scale, but when they get scaled up, they fall apart.
Break. Yeah, I mean, just think of how much ginger they had to use.
Yeah, seriously.
How much was it?
And how would they process it? Like, could you imagine peeling enough ginger to do a batch at Sierra Nevada? What's their kettle? 100 barrels?
They have a 250 and a 150, I think.
Fuck me. That's a lot.
I'm sure you call up
Like, Jesus.
I'm sure you call up West
a
Coast
lot.
Ginger Supply, and they're like, "Yeah, we've got grated ginger. How many tons
call
do you
up old
want?"
Ginger Jones.
Ginger Jones.
Call up Ginger Minge.
Ginger Jones.
Ginger Minge.
Ginger Minger.
Like, honey, I can give you all the ginger you need. I do a bad Ginger Minge impression.
Oh Lord. Okay.
Oh, Lordy.
Let's move on. We have 12 beers to get through.
Do it.
12
Next
beers.
beer number 2.
Staying in America, we have St. Arnold Brewing Company out of Texas, I think. They're in Texas. I want to say it's Houston.
We've done St. Arnold before.
Yeah, we've done some of their beer. And this is a dry hopped Berliner style Weiss.
Wow, you've piqued my interest. Does St. I keep wanting to say St. Archer, not the same thing.
St. Arnold.
St. Arnold, does St. Arnold usually do sour beer?
They
I
have
don't
Berliner
think so.
Weiss kind of stuff. Like,
Okay.
yeah, like,
Oh, okay.
but not like, they're not doing like, consecration type beer.
Yeah, I was going to say, because St. Arnold is a pretty old school craft brewery.
I think they're 20 years at least old.
Yeah.
They've been around for a long time.
Yeah.
They're one of the elder craft breweries in Texas.
Yeah, well, or in general, I mean, they're
Yeah,
kind of
I guess
along
20 years is kind of in the country.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of always had a product line that was along the same lines as like a Deschutes or
I think they do some
Sierra Nevada,
contract
like that kind
brewing
of stuff.
too for some places.
Right on.
Also, that kind of brewery.
But yeah, but like also they would put out like a barrel age series that was pretty well sought
Yeah.
after. But I didn't know that they were doing sour beer of any kind.
Still waiting for their Hey Arnold collab.
This has a funk.
The funk on here reminds me of like wetsuit,
Wetsuit.
neoprene wetsuit,
I've never smelled.
Yes,
a
you're
wetsuit.
right. Wow.
shoe store.
Fucking Greg Nagel with the rubber analogy.
Especially with the salt. There's like a saltiness to like sea salt and wetsuit.
Yeah, it does have like a vinyl kind
Vinyl
of,
records.
Yeah, kind of thing, huh?
Smells
This
like
is
a
weird.
vinyl record. Is that what you're saying?
Like when you get a brand new
Yeah.
record.
Yeah, or even like
Busted
vinyl like coating, like when you put like fresh vinyl coating like on the bed of a truck or something like that.
Like a brand new car.
Do we want to stop and dissect why it would smell that way? Because I generally can't think of that being a good thing.
That's
It's kinda funky.
Yeast. It's a yeast byproduct. It's yeast phenol.
it doesn't smell bad to me. It's
no,
just funky,
it's
really
quite drinkable. The flavor kind of comes across as tea-like, like green tea.
Oh, I'm not into that at all. Oh, and it's kind of barfy too.
Matt, take a second drink of something.
No, it's not bad.
I've taken a few drinks of it.
I get butyric. It's after I drink it, it tastes like I just like threw up like 5 minutes ago.
It does have like a drier kind of like soapy finish at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's weird.
Nope.
It's like Tide Pooly as well.
Oh god, it's tannic too. My mouth is drying.
Soapy, Tide Pool, wetsuit. I don't know about this beer, man.
Yeah, I'm over 2 right now. I was not into that at all. Oh.
I took 3 sips, by the way.
It's just very like
I took one. I'm a one sip judger, Jason. Thank
Really
you.
He's a
Very much.
one-sipper
fragmented
quitter.
and kind of
you're a beer advocate reviewer. You're just like, I had one sip at a bottle share and I'm rating this 0
And then I
stars.
made a sandwich.
I smelt it for a very long time. Thank you very much.
therefore you dealt it.
Yes.
That being said, yeah, there's just kind of like this like there's like a little bit of like a vaguely lemony thing. I get no hop character. I'm not like
Yeah.
and it just
It's like 5-day-old iced tea that's been sitting out.
yeah, there is a very tea-like character to it. Yeah, it's just not great. It's not. I'm not getting like super butyric off flavors like
I don't get
like
butyric
these guys.
at all.
But I'm just like I feel like this beer just doesn't work.
I don't have a problem with the flavor on it, but the way it finishes is just it's super dry.
Weird.
And
Does anybody else get butyric acid? Does
I didn't
anyone
on this one. No.
No, you didn't, it
I'm
wasn't
pretty sensitive to it.
It wasn't barfy to you.
Not at all.
Oh.
I just got that.
There was some kind of like odd phenol back there. That
just like salty lemon.
Algae and lemon.
algae. That's a good one. It smells like a fish tank that hasn't been cleaned. In a long time.
Yeah, it had that.
that's a
Weird.
good way to put it.
Yeah,
That's a good way to put it.
yeah.
All right.
So good job with the salty fish tank beer there, guys.
I guess. Let's go overseas. I guess.
Yeah, let's change our luck here.
We can rebuild
Excuse
this.
me.
Barley wine, no, that's a little bit
let's do
late.
that one last.
You mean red IPA? I
Might be the
think,
best
but,
beer in the pack.
The Avery barley wine. You mean red IPA?
Yeah, what is up with that? Come on.
Yeah, what the fuck, you guys?
Give them shit about that a little bit.
They're
more.
like, we're gonna do a beer that literally defines a style and then change it because it doesn't sell. Like, the
So,
name that is.
Eyinger Brewery Dunkelweiss.
dude.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
This possibly can't be this. I mean, this can't be bad, right?
Package 425.
Yeah,
That's
I
kind
know.
of what they do.
Yeah,
It's right in the
I'd be-
wheelhouse.
They have descriptions on these. Let's start reading them.
Okay.
Let's say it
yeah,
says
probably.
Hit the
Bavaria's
brakes.
Eyinger are legends in the brewing industry known for their love and perfection of classic German beer styles. Playing off their background, we came together to create this dark twist on the Bavarian style wheat beer. This beer features layers of wheat malt flavor and was handled through traditional open fermenters to highlight Eyinger's famous Hefeweizen yeast character.
Beauty.
All right. So
Cool.
I didn't really tell us much, but you know,
So it was open fermented. That's kind of cool.
I myself was open fermented.
Really?
Legally, yes.
I prefer closed fermentation, also known as hot boxing.
Matt's
right.
like, I've been pickling myself.
This beer pours it's kind of like a light brown.
It's lighter than I thought it would be, actually. Which
It's not really dunkel. I mean,
Right.
Is it say it's a dunkel? I mean, it's dark. It's not a light beer.
They said it was a dark dunkel.
This is a Dunkelweiss.
It's a light-
Dunkelweiss, this is pretty
Dark.
on par for Dunkelweiss. Not
I
like
don't know,
a
man.
not like a Dunkel like a lager, but
It's
like
dark.
a Dunkelweizen.
It's a Dunkel wheat beer, right?
Yeah, this looks a lot like what I would if you handed me a glass that looked like this and said it was fucking Francis Connor Dunkel, I'd be like, yeah, okay.
It just, I don't know, it could be darker.
I used to drink that beer a lot.
That aroma is lovely.
I've been drinking a lot of German beers lately.
When I first actually, and I hadn't thought about this in a while, but when I first started getting into beer, I would go to the Yard House and I'd get Francis Connor Dunkel almost every time.
Nice.
Like I would get other beer too, but they'd be like, and while I'm here, the old classic fucking Francis Connor Dunkel.
I was just thinking about this the other day. When's the last time you drank a beer out of a yard glass?
Never.
Really?
I never have.
I
Yard House,
did
they don't
once or
serve
twice.
yards anymore. They're half yards.
Yeah.
Even then,
Yeah.
When I was in the Midwest, I had a whole yard that's, they sit next to you in your chair. And you're just like, glug,
That's-
glug.
so here's the thing
that-
about
I
drinking beer out of a
that'd be-
yard glass.
That'd be obnoxious to me.
It was.
It's kind of like blowing a horse. Like you have to like put your
Cradle it.
hand on the ball, and then you have to like grab
Cradle
the
the
end
balls.
of it,
Yeah.
and then you bring it to your mouth, and you have to like cradle the balls upwards, but you have to be very gentle, because otherwise it's just gonna blast all over your face. And then like
It's so
you're
true.
just bringing it up, and you're like cupping it right at your mouth, and you get your mouth open, and you're like, I've raised it just enough to just get, all right, we're good. And you have to do that like 70 times. And every time
that
it's
sucks.
yeah,
Once
it's
it gets to the
worst.
bottom,
That
it just
sucks.
starts shooting beer down your throat.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's like at Beer Fest where it's just like, sip bubble.
Yeah, it's like you need a straw is what you really need with that
You
thing.
need a pint. It's what you fucking
You need a
need.
ladle.
And the thing is, if you get a half yard, it's only like 22 ounces of beer or something. It's not even a lot.
And then it gets warm because it's
Very
skinny.
attention whory.
Yeah. It's just like, I need a giant glass. I love giant glassware, but you know what? Go wide, not tall.
Yeah, exactly.
This is delicious.
Much
by the way.
like penises. It's better to go wide than
If you're
tall.
blowing a horse, go wide, not tall.
So what's the shtick? What's the Sierra Nevada
This smells wonderful.
imprint on this beer?
I don't think there is. There's
I
It's
think
just
they
a
just
straight
said,
up-
hey, Anger, here's our brewery. Make
Yeah.
something good, please.
Here's a
And they
dunkel.
did.
All right.
yeah, it's
Well,
good. This is a solid
This is
Dunkelweiss.
really good. Yeah, it's
It's
got
got
like a
slight banana cream thing.
yeah,
pulled out of that
but it's
fucking
not
nosedive.
like it's not like banana bomb or anything. You know,
Like a slight sugary,
kind of like a brown sugar.
texture thing.
It's got a
that was
nice, firm bitterness. On
That's
the
exactly
finish.
what I'd expect out of a Dunkel. It's like,
It's-
and honestly,
the mouth feels nice and
Sierra
soft.
Nevada does well at German beer. Like
They do.
They do the Oktoberfest every year, and we love that beer.
Yeah.
Their system is good for German beer.
Yeah, that's the thing is like the really big breweries like that. It's all German design. You know, like that's what the Germans do. That's
why they had to make a torpedo.
really high volume. Yeah, that's why you don't see like giant breweries like that in fucking Belgium or something
Exactly.
or Canada.
So
Because
good job,
all those fucking
Fanger.
circus folk Belgians are just like, we do not care to have a giant brewery.
So if we were grading these beers,
I give this one an A, man. This is nice.
I mean, I'm not going to rank beers, but
I would buy this if
good
it
or
was on
not
the shelf.
good, this is our first good beer. You know?
Yeah, this is
I
the first
agree.
one that I would say actually drink it. The ginger
Yeah.
lager, like I said, the ginger lager, I feel like it was like in the target of where it wanted to be, but it just didn't hit the mark.
It's like Walmart.
God,
The
I could
dry
drink
hop
the shit out of
Ber-
this beer. This beer's good.
The dry hop Berliner was just a fucking miss. It didn't have good dry hop character. It didn't have good Berliner character. It just didn't deliver on anything we wanted to do. Sorry,
Yeah,
hey
seriously.
Arnold, but I'm gonna kick your football head.
Does Prost make? Do they package outside of like?
Yeah.
We need to do a Prost show, man.
I don't know. I don't think they distribute down here, but I know
But
they,
yeah, we
they
should
package.
next
Yeah,
time we
they
go.
like just they
Tune
start,
in
they do
after
like
this for the
six-packs.
Pro Show countdown. Hey-o.
Yeah, you better believe though, when we do get it down here, there will be a pro show, and I'll be stocking up.
Oh,
'Cause
fuck yeah.
God damn it, they make good beer.
Such good beer.
Hell yeah.
Pro Show, first show.
Pro show.
That's the name of it.
Pro show.
How now, Bronco?
For show, pro show.
Pro Show, bro. Big boy did it. Big boy did it.
Bambo.
That was a Dick Tracy reference for you guys.
Nice.
Did you guys know the redheaded lady from Dick Tracy just died? Nobody cared though.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I cared.
Did Dick
That's
Tracy
good.
figure out who did the murder?
She was also in Mr. Holland's Opus.
Yeah, she's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was one of those that like, oh, her. I've seen her in a million things.
She just passed away. And Adam West. R.I.P. to both of them.
R.I.P.
Rip.
Tinseltown Stiffs. They will be missed.
So we finally got a hit. I call that a solid single.
And
What
because
do we got up next?
somewhere in
Germany
the
for the win.
darkness, the gambler struck even. I'm gonna gamble on this one. It is a Atlantic style vintage ale,
What the hell
English
is that?
style ale brewed with plums, in collaboration with Fuller's Brewery.
I've never heard of Atlantic style beer.
Well,
I
do you
think
know
It's
I
just
think that's supposed to
British.
be like
English America collab.
yeah, like Ballantine, like old Ballantine ale.
Okay. Never
What's
heard of
what's the ABV on this?
It is. Where the fuck do they put the ABV on this?
Small writing.
8.5%.
Damn.
It's small writing on the back over the barcode for some reason.
Makes sense.
Fuller's Brewery in London has been producing some of the UK's finest ales since the mid-19th century. Together, we created a new recipe for an Atlantic-style vintage ale. A robust beer, perfect for aging, and brewed with plums for a touch of rich fruit flavor that both mimics and enhances the natural yeast-driven aromas. There you go.
Give me some plums.
Well done.
Nicely done.
Put your plums in my mouth.
And I hope Data Sci Guy was here to hear that.
Plum me in the mouth.
Looks like he was not, sadly.
Plummy.
We miss you, bro.
Rip.
R.I.P. Data Sci Guy. He's not dead.
Yeah, he's alive.
He's very much alive.
Oh, okay. I was worried. 8.5%, you say?
What do you guys think? Is this gonna be good?
I'm saying no.
I mean, Fuller's made it, so
Yeah, we've had a lot of good luck with him.
Hey, I like Fuller's. Thank you very much.
Sounds like you're Fuller's it. Nailed it. What?
This doesn't really smell like much, honestly.
nope.
It don't impress me.
Smells Belgian.
It's an 8.5% beer with fruit and doesn't smell like much.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're right. There's like a vaguely
malty?
sweet, like a vaguely fruity aroma, but like vaguely.
It is vague. That's the aroma is vague.
And that might be the last beer. I don't know. No, it's not.
It's all right. It's beer. It's kind of acidic.
It's kind of acidic. It's kind of bitter. It's fine. It's not offensive like that Berliner was.
I do get that kind of plum character
A little bit.
in it a little bit.
I like it.
It's kind of subtle, which I guess makes sense for British beer. It doesn't taste like 8.5.
No.
Yeah, the bitterness really cleans up any potential alcohol. I mean, 8.5. If you think of like double IPA, it's right in that zone.
Is a vintage ale like an old ale?
I think they just fucking pulled the name out of that.
Yes.
I feel like
I don't know. I don't know what it's trying to be.
I feel like it could finish a little sweeter. Like it's a little too dry for me. It has a pretty decent mouthfeel on it, and it tastes good. But
and I'm wondering, they're saying this is a suitable for aging beer. I'm wondering how this would stand up to time, because I feel like the fruit would fall out, right? And
yeah,
contribute some other character to the beer in the long haul. I don't know.
This is an interesting beer because I feel like there's something there that I can't quite get.
Yeah,
it's got a lot of character, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I don't know what it's trying to be.
I mean, and you know,
do you
our
like it though?
Opinions on English beer. It's not bad, honestly. It's
not bad. It's just
it's almost like a mild though. This feels like the kind of beer that like it doesn't have a big flavor and it's low alcohol, so you drink a bunch of it.
It's on the bitter side for me. It's kind of like like an ESB kind of beer, but maltier, I guess.
The thing is, an
ESB.
The thing is, an ESB is like what, 5%, 4%.
I think Fuller's is actually like just over 6.
But that's how it comes off.
8.5. Yeah, this to me tastes like a sessionable British beer, except for it's not sessionable. But it has
and it's not British.
Well, it's Fuller's, right? London. Just pop down in London town.
What?
I'm Fuller's. I just popped down in London town and I brought you a porter. Hey!
Just so you know, Matt, your
that's on camera.
glass tonguing is all over the camera.
Glass tonguing.
Shimmery.
I don't know what he's doing, but
I'm trying to clean up residuals
with his tongue.
His tongue was in the glass, and he was using the back of his tongue.
I saw it.
That's so weird.
Jason got an excellent view.
Yeah, I was looking dead on. I was like,
eye contact. Do not break eye contact.
Sandro's in the house. Hi, Sandro.
watch your mouth. Jerome's in the house. Watch your mouth. Yeah, that beer, it's in the middle. It's not down there in the bottom category with the ones that didn't work. And it's not up there with the Dunkel, which did work, like, well. It's just kind of like, all right.
Honestly, I'm still getting residual from that Berliner in here, which is kind of fucking me up.
It's like
so I'm trying to
cement mixer pour.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, what
it's
if
a simultaneous rinse and drink?
What if the ABV on that last beer was 5.5? What would your opinion
I'd love
of
it.
If it was like 4.5 or
Crush
something
it.
like
It
that,
tastes like it would be a fantastic 3.5% beer.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think if it was lower alcohol, it'd have more body and would finish sweeter, and it would be better.
Yeah.
'Cause
Agreed.
That's
And
what
then
I
the
want
hops
from
would
that
have
beer.
worked.
But
Yeah.
that being said, it definitely falls into the thumbs up category from this box. 'Cause
Was not gross.
It was pretty
It's
good.
worth trying for sure. Like the Berliner is definitely not worth trying.
Yeah.
Yeah, just throw that right away.
So far, overseas is winning. Well, it's a
We're
tie.
2 for 2.
It's a tie, but I have a feeling they're gonna win.
Until
we get to Mikkel.
No, overseas has both the two winners and then the two losers were the.
Well, we still have a brewery beer in there. I mean,
we've sandbagged a little. There's a lot of the better American stuff is all what's left.
well, you never know.
Yeah.
All right, let's
Speaking of Mickler, let's try that one next.
try. Okay.
All right.
That's not it.
This is a Thai style iced tea ale.
Oh.
Ooh, white IPA with yuzu.
Give me some boba.
Oh no.
That's not it. Thai style iced tea ale. Ale brewed with lactose, orange peel, black tea, tamarind, and star anise.
Do we need lactose? Like, come on, just
Do you need star anise ever? I hate anise. I hate it so much.
I
That's
agree.
why I call it anise. Actually, I'd rather have anise.
Starbucks.
Matt, package 420. Woo! Also,
420.
420. This hit distro this week. We bought it this week. We were drinking it 3 days after it hit stores. And this was bottled almost 2 months ago. Warehouse aged. Thanks, Sierra Nevada, for warehouse aging your whole pack for us.
Drink fresh.
All right, do it.
All right. I don't know how to do a Denmark accent.
Do Lars Ulrich. He's from Denmark, right?
That's That's my Lars.
Denmark's Mikkeller Brewery is famous for pushing the boundaries of beer, so we decided to partner. We knew the result would be a wild ride. This beer was inspired by the flavors of classic Thai iced tea. It's sweet and rich with warming spice notes and delicate fruit flavors that maintain a drinkability from the use of black tea in the finish. You fucking table scrap pilfering grab asses.
Thai tea good.
Stop it. That's a
Big beer bad.
Sleep at one eye open.
Metallica.
Fucking Metallicops, go.
Telecops.
That was a classic Flash cartoon.
It was. T-shirts good. Napster bad.
Fire bad.
And now Metallica is like so good on their digital game.
They really are.
Yeah,
They're on top of shit.
every concert is recorded by them, put on YouTube, sold to their fan club members. It's awesome.
Yeah. No,
They've monetized everything they do.
it's kind of
They
subdued
have.
They were
for
good at that.
from what we read on the bottle to what
Yeah.
this smells like.
And for Mikkeller standards.
This does not like pop out of the glass.
No.
It's just kind of like
You know what does pop out of the glass, though? Anise.
yeah.
Strangely enough.
Yeah.
That means that they
Anise.
used 2 stars in the entire thing. That's
Not a
how it
fuck.
works.
80 barrels, 2 stars.
Oh, God, yeah. It smells like black licorice. God damn it.
The flavor's not too shabby.
I don't know. It's a black licorice kind of candy.
I'd like to call out that I hate iced tea,
So
and
do
I
I.
hate black licorice.
Do you like Thai iced tea, though? There's 2 different things, man.
Iced tea? Just add
Thai
a
iced
tea
tea is
to the
delicious. Condensed milk, boba.
Yeah, this has like an anise iced tea aroma.
beginning. Oh, it's exactly what you'd expect.
Yeah, it's not good.
I'm kind of... I like it. It tastes kind of like a Thai iced tea, but not really.
Jason, you're exaggerating.
I hate black licorice. So
This is not that bad.
it
I
tastes
think
a
it's
lot
very-
like a thing I hate.
Touche.
If they were... And then it's not really like super lactosey either. You know, it wasn't... I was expecting more of the Thai iced tea thing, and it just comes off as black licorice.
I mean, the anise is definitely there on the flavor. It's not
Which is
dominating.
the
but
problem.
it's got
It's
a
covering
soft
up all the
mouthfeel.
other stuff.
It's kind of it's got like a nice malty, soft tea thing. It's not bad. I
there
can't
a-
describe it. It's pretty unique.
Is there a
I
rag
kind
in
of-
here? I kind of spilled some water on my pants.
Pause.
It's just your balls dripping.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Continue.
No, I
Too
wouldn't
much
buy a
anise.
6-pack. I wouldn't buy a 6-pack of this. But
I wouldn't buy
for
it
what
ever.
It is, it's it's not bad.
I give it a pass.
Anise, I hate the flavor so much. Like when Stone did the IRS with
Oh, God.
with anise,
Oh,
I was
dude.
like ruined,
Yeah.
That was pretty
undrinkable garbage.
Yeah.
and the same. It's not like they brewed it bad. It's just they fucked up by putting anise in it. If you like
Personally,
black
I
licorice,
would never brew a beer with anise because
Yeah.
I have no desire to have it in my beer ever.
Oh,
I
yeah,
never,
for
I
sure.
never, I never want to taste.
Just
it
add
in
it to your
beer.
glass if you're a fan of it. Just drop a thing in
Yeah,
there.
just drop a star in there. You can have all the anise flavor that
I feel
you
like
could
that's
ever want.
that's the European element, right? Because I think that's a popular flavor in Europe. That's less so here in the States.
I mean, can't you get the anise flavor from some yeast character and malt?
No,
No?
not really.
No? All right.
It's
It's
a
not
pretty,
like
it's a
a
pretty,
phenol.
it's a pretty.
Yeah, thankfully you can't. That's why I like beer.
Yeah, exactly. It's a pretty distinctive flavor that you don't want to have.
All right.
at all.
I
like that beer.
For myself, I put this in the plus.
I'm with you, John.
Yeah. So
I thought it was pleasant.
Yeah,
but not
personally,
really like Thai iced tea.
personally, I put it more in like the neutral.
Okay.
In like the neutral category.
Well, you and
I found
Jason
it drinkable.
cancel out me and Greg, so it's a neutral. So
I'd
we'll
put
just
it
say
in
it's a
the
neutral. How about that?
What do they call that? Where they put the bad guys in the mirror and they're like flipping. In Superman 2.
Oh,
for
God,
for
what is that
solitude
called?
thing?
Yeah, they're in like the mirror, the glass thing.
yeah.
And then they break.
Yeah.
I want to break free.
The Phantom Zone.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where I would put that beer. I'd put it in. I'd throw
imprison
it
in the
into a
Phantom
mirror,
Zone?
and I'd throw it into space, and it's like go through space.
General Zod.
It's not dead. It's just
Yeah, it's
not
it's
here.
just
Phantom
fucking
It's just
never
phantomized.
going to hurt us again. You know what? After that garbage in my mouth, let's have some dessert.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good
How
idea.
about a raspberry sundae? Back to America.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
An ale brewed with lactose, cocoa, vanilla,
What
and
the
raspberry.
Fuck, man.
From who?
The brewery.
Oh,
Goddamn brewery.
way to go, brewery.
What kind of shithead would work there? Roasted. Package 421. So,
Our host.
wowzers.
Yeah, speaking of the brewery, they're not owned by themselves anymore.
Oh, God, yeah.
They're partially owned by themselves.
Yeah, they're owned by some
Ew.
brand thing. I don't know,
Castaneda or
something.
Yeah, they own like
Castanegro, something like that.
I have no idea.
Dan.
Dan Castellaneta.
Castle Rock.
All right.
Castle, the show.
The brewery in Orange County is famous for its experimental Belgian style and barrel aged beers, and this release fits nicely in their wheelhouse. Inspired by the flavors of an ice cream sundae, this rich blonde ale features cocoa, vanilla, and raspberry, with lactose added for extra creaminess. Now you can have your dessert and drink it too.
That sounds like an SNL character.
I don't know.
Yeah, it does. I know, right?
I just channeled what I thought something from Orange County would sound like.
Totally does.
Yeah, that sounds like a Californian.
Yeah, there you go.
From the Californians.
Booyah. Raspberry Sunday. To the dome.
Wasn't that a U2 song?
To the
Raspberry
dome.
Sunday to the dome.
Yeah.
I don't know. Could
To
be.
the dome.
Probably like
That's my
To the
imitation
dome.
of you two.
Okay, here we go.
Here it is. We've got raspberries on the nose.
It smells a lot like vanilla and raspberry,
Smells like
It
vanilla
does.
raspberry.
Surprisingly subtle. On
which
this
is
for me.
exactly what you'd expect if you're looking for a raspberry sundae.
Yeah.
Tastes like
Um,
raspberry and vanilla.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
It's quite pleasant.
Oh, wow.
I know this is raspberry and not strawberry, but it really reminds me of those little like
The bottle.
the little ice cream cups that you would get that had the like little red strawberry lines on the sides, and then you had to like mix them. You know, they came with like a wooden spoon.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
It reminds me of that.
Honestly, you know what this beer reminds me of? Has anyone had Guava Libre yet?
Yes.
It reminds me of that, only
like the
way
beer.
better done. I did not like Guava Libre at all.
Really?
Not at all.
What
I
is
thought
that?
it was
What
weird.
is this? What is this?
Guava Libre was a collab they did with Funky Buddha, which was cream ale with lactose and guava and vanilla.
It was really good.
It was
Worth a
not
note
that
is
good.
Funky Buddha had
really
lactose in like everything we
Do I
tried when
have
we did
that
their
beer?
show.
When was this? 2 years ago?
No, this is just recently.
Yeah. They were pouring at Firestone.
Yeah. And I was not a fan. This reminds me of what I wanted that beer to be, only with raspberries instead of mango.
This is
Guava.
good.
Yeah.
Like I
Guava,
said, I feel like
excuse
it's
me.
like
Thank you.
imagine that little strawberry ice cream cup that you got as a kid, but with raspberry instead of strawberry. And like I
Yeah,
feel
Oh,
like
the little swirly one with like the paper top.
yeah,
Yeah.
it tastes exactly like that, but
McDonald's
with,
one.
like raspberry instead of strawberry,
McDonald's one.
and
with
it's actually
strawberry.
really good.
Yeah, it's like soft and creamy on
Yeah.
and
That's the lactose.
a little bit of vanilla going on and some raspberry, not over the top.
Does anyone get cocoa? I don't get a whole lot of cocoa.
No,
Yeah.
I think it's maybe there just to give it like a backbone or like a depth or something. Like not there to be a big flavor note, but just kind of round
Instead
it
of
out.
adding hops.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good. I'm good. We're
If
good.
you
We're back on track.
If you like a dessert beer, if a raspberry sundae beer like sounds like something that would appeal to you, they did it right.
and this is the one. Yeah.
I would buy a 6-pack of this.
Put a point on the board for fucking America.
if the brewery did 6-packs.
Counter.
Maybe with this buyout, they'll start doing 6-packs because that's what consumers want, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that'd actually be a win, or at
fi-
least $3.75.
One would hope.
Finite in the chat. It's like thinking Stefan from SNL.
Stefan, that's it. Yes, that's what it was.
Was that the voice I did?
The hottest beer.
Oh no!
The hottest beer in this. I can't even do it.
The giggling helps. It's just like
Yeah, exactly.
It's
You
like
can't
Bill
do
Hader.
it, Matt. Just go like this.
Yeah, it's kind of, The hottest beer in the Sierra Nevada pack is ooh, anise.
Is anise.
This beer has everything: water, bitterness, hatred.
Well done. That was dope.
All right, I think we've got 3 of each, right?
Your mother's scorn.
All right, you guys, America or overseas?
I say overseas. We've been hitting it more often than not with overseas. I think
We're half and half right
it's
now.
a white
Overseas
IPA.
is 2 wins, 1 neutral. America's 1 win, 2 losers. Okay. I go losers.
it even has a tiny anise bomb.
I think we're to the point.
What's the fun?
We're-
What is a tiny anise bomb? That's when a midget eats lots of anise and then poops it out directly into the fermenter.
You do a pretty good job of impersonating Stefan, dude.
Thank you.
That's great.
Oh god. So what beer is this that we're drinking again?
A white IPA from
this
somebody.
is a white IPA with yuzu from Kyuchi Brewery. So let's
Oh,
see what offensive
okay.
accent I come up with for this one. Ale brewed with coriander, nutmeg, and yuzu. Japan's a Kyuchi Brewery. No, I'm not going to do that.
I think this is the one that you want to read straight.
Wax on, wax off.
Makers of Hitachino Nest beers have an elegant take on classic beer styles with a uniquely Japanese influence. They suggested adding yuzu, an Asian citrus fruit, to hazy white IPA, and we jumped at the chance. Hazy, even Sierra Nevada's on it. What emerged is a hoppy yet refined version of the style with a bright citrus flavor and a spicy finish.
Oh,
I like spicy finishes.
Greg's like, the wife gets mad when I give her the spicy finish.
she actually likes that quite a bit.
Ayo.
I'm gonna have to say that we're already like, what are we, like 6 beers in, 7 beers in?
Yeah.
This pack is already better than last year's.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree.
last year's had like no memorable beer in it.
Except for the Beechwood one.
The porter that they did with Beechwood, and that was exactly the thing. It was just like,
That was the only drink.
yeah, we got a brewery
safe.
known for IPA, and we're doing like a fucking blonde, and
Yes.
we got a brewery known for sours, and they're doing like a oaked porter, and
Oh, you guys.
Yeah, this
have
is,
you have you nosed this one yet?
I just smelled this beer and
Dude, this smells amazing.
What's so fucking funny?
Dude, you guys, this one,
yuzu, man.
dude, yeah.
It's got yuzu.
I like it.
What do you like about it?
It has a really bright, like vibrant citrus character to it.
Reminds me a lot of, remember when Three Weavers and Noble did the Messenger beer?
Yeah.
they've actually
Although
put that
that's
out
Buddha
again
hand.
just recently.
Yeah,
Buddha's hand.
they do
This-
it like pretty regularly, right? With like different fruits.
Different fruits. I think it was Buddha's Hand, but this definitely has that same kind of citron.
I think the first one was the yuzu, and the second one was
But
Buddhist.
the hops,
yeah.
the hops and the yuzu really just are intermingled.
The yuzu has like a funky, fruity character. I assume it's the yuzu. The beer has like this. There's a funk to it, but not in like a Brett way, but this like kind of funky fruit character, which
I think it is kind of in a Brett way, actually.
maybe. I don't think there's Brett in this.
No, but it has that
character.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess kind of the same way like a guava has like kind of a funky fruit character to
Yeah.
it.
Papaya does too.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. This is really good. Just the way it finishes too. It's got that sparkle, that hop sparkle.
Oh, that's got a great mouthfeel.
Mhm.
Man,
Yeah, it does.
that is silky.
The finish on it is just like, it rides
This-
and then
Oh man,
keeps giving off retro nasal.
my favorite so far was the Anger beer, and this one,
Tops it for show.
I don't know. It's neck and neck. This
Really?
is
This is
I
well done.
really like this a lot.
I'm with
this
you,
is
man.
really good. Damn,
It's an IPA with like a personality. Like it has a good IPA character, but also like cool funky fruit character. It's really interesting.
Cool funky fruit.
I get some ginger on it too, which is kind of odd.
Yeah, it has like it's almost like a spicy thing, huh?
Man, this is excellent.
Yeah, I am digging this a lot.
Who'd have thought
whatever
Japan coming out with the home run? Turns out baseball's been getting big over there. Metaphor works.
Turns out if you get fresh Japanese beer, it's not so bad over here.
Yeah, no shit, right?
We did do a Japanese beer show.
Oh man, that was all stale.
It was all bad.
Yeah, I think that was all importation problem more than anything.
Thanks, Shelton.
Shelton, son of a bitch.
Oh, this is so good.
Good one, Shelton.
I'm really this is like head and shoulders the winner for me.
I mean,
so
the
far.
mouthfeel, it almost has like a borderline vanilla kind of thing too.
Yeah, good call. Oh, yeah, super good.
Everything works with this beer. The mouthfeel, the citrus bite on it, the carbonation, the bitterness, that
hops.
vanilla thing. I mean,
Well, maybe we got the duds out of the way early, and now we're getting into the big hitters.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Well, because there's some pretty big names coming up here, is there not?
this was with the people that do Hitachino Nest.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Which
Yeah.
I like their beer. They're white. Their wit beer. I don't know what they call it. It's just white or something like that.
Yeah, which is a great beer.
Really good, yeah.
Yeah, they had another one like the XS something.
They
Like
age them in sake barrels or something.
yeah, exactly. Which I didn't even know sake was Asian barrels, but
Yeah,
but that's a really great beer. Yeah, Koichi, dude.
Good stuff.
Yep. Jason,
I think
our fate is in your hands.
What do we have on deck? We have a couple IPAs, we have a barley wine, we have a porter,
Let's go IPA again.
we have a golden ale, and yeah, that's it. Porter and golden ale is all we have left from the overseas. So
let's stick to the overseas. I think let's get that golden ale out the
Wanna-
way.
golden ale, porter. Well, all right, that's
Golden Brett.
camp out porter, bam blam, go porter, bam blam, barley wine ale, bam blam. I'm looking through the box. All right, here we go. Beer Camp Hoppy Belgian style golden ale brewed with lemon peel. Duvel Moortgat.
All right.
That's promising.
You ever notice that Moortgat sounds like rot gut? Think about it.
What's rot gut?
I was gonna point that out, but now that you say something,
Rot gut is like a term for like real shitty liquor, like below bottom shelf, like bootleg liquor. Like you get some rot gut gin.
Yeah,
Not
rot gut.
rot. It was rot gut.
They would, back in the early Western days, they would cut whiskey with whatever the fuck they had, and they'd call it rot gut.
Huh.
It rots your guts.
Didn't know it.
Yeah.
Now I know it.
But Mortgut literally translates to got death.
Well, it's kind of the same then. I guess.
Isn't Duvel devil?
God,
Yep.
death.
Devil,
So
got,
devil
death.
got death.
Devil something.
Devil got death.
Devil. It's either very southern or very metal. It's either like devil got death, go get your beer. Got devil got death, go to. Nope.
Devil got
blam.
Man, bam blam.
Yeah.
Belgium's Duvel are the masters of the golden ale, a beer style they helped create. So it was a natural fit for our breweries to combine that style with Sierra Nevada's hop-forward fanaticism. The resulting beer is bright golden and brimming with hop flavor and a pop of bright lemon, perfectly accented by the fruity and complex character of Duvel's signature yeast.
Sweet.
I want to
I
get
like
a
Duvel.
yeast that just says Duvel's signature.
Nice.
Have we done Duvel on the show?
No, we should.
I don't think we've actually done
I like Duvel.
Duvel.
We should just do a Belgian
We didn't have it blind.
Maybe. I'll look.
Maybe, but we should just do like some traditional Belgians on a show.
Well, maybe I can save some of those for my potential YouTube.
Yeah, when I search the website, it doesn't come up with Duvel, but we may have done it blind, but I don't put those blind beers. I don't list them, so we may have done it.
But even then, like Duvel, Chimay, like that'd be a fun show. Like Duvel, Chimay, Orval.
We've done Orval.
I think doing like all Belgians in an episode, that'd be good. I think people like listening to us brainstorm future show ideas.
Yeah, right.
they'll be like, "Oh, I heard when they talked about that way back on episode 41."
Smells nice.
And we have not
That
checked
smells
in.
super good.
We haven't checked in on Untapped either. So
This has way more yeast flavor than it does hops. That's for sure.
But they're
Get some
fanatics.
bubble gum. I can coax some bubble gum
smells
out of there.
great.
Matt, have you considered that they have fanaticism for hops?
That's what they include. They don't actually put hops in it. They just put in fanaticism.
This just smells clean and Belgian.
Yeah.
Super clean.
Yeah, it tastes like a Belgian golden ale. I don't get a lot of hop character out of it at all.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it tastes too.
It was bottled on April 20th or
Again,
April 19th. So
Maybe it's just me, but the mouthfeel on this is like silky and
Velvety
Yeah,
soft.
it's really nice. What ABV is this? Like 7-ish? 7-8-ish?
I want
12.
everyone to guess. What do you think? You think?
I'll
What do
say
you think?
I'll say 9.
I'm say 8.5.
8.
Huh.
Price is Right rules. Matt wins.
Bam!
Blam.
Is that? That's right. That's right. Music. Did you guys see that guy break the Plinko record the other day?
No.
No.
Is he some kind of racist?
I don't think so, man.
What?
People were stoked that he did that, and then like they did their reason. It was like Ken Bone.
Oh, well,
no.
I didn't go full boomerang on it. I just watched the video.
Okay.
But this guy, he was like the most excited guy to ever be on Price is Right. Period. He was just hyped about everything.
That's a real hard,
No
like,
doubt.
yeah,
I've seen
that's
people
a that's a
freak out.
high ceiling.
And yet, this guy was losing his fucking mind every time he did everything. And then, yeah, he got the 10,000 in Plinko like 3 times. And yeah, he got like $34,000 or something
Oh my
like that.
God.
And it was like, and he's like, yeah. And the guy's just like, oh my God, like losing his
Like his
fucking
head
mind.
exploding.
Doing the worm.
He did that when he won the showdown, and then it was like, oh yeah, and now you got to guess the prices, and he's just like, thank you, Chrissy, oh, like the guy was losing his mind. It was great.
Well,
And apparently he's a secret racist and thinks women are beautiful human submarines, but
I think that's the kind of show that you're like required to have that level of excitement.
They won't call me up.
Yeah, exactly. Like if I went on, I'd be like, oh, cool.
this
Walk
guy
up,
was
walk up and be like, nah, I'm gonna go with $1, Drew.
$1.
$1, Drew.
Also,
there-
he
there was a guy
did,
who-
he did do $1, and he's like $1, like he was fucking real extra, even for Prices Right.
There was a dude who did 420 for every showcase.
there was a dude.
420.
There was a dude who was on the show and he won while he was shrooming. Like and he won because he kept going $1, Bob, and then he actually like won one time. And so he was tripping balls and he went up on stage. Yeah. Oh god.
Do you want to hear the audio of that?
Of what?
The Planko guy.
Oh god.
We'll watch it after. I don't think it's good radio content.
I've never heard it, so that's why I
It's
wanted to
good.
play
We'll
it.
watch it in the break. It's fun.
Good beer though, man. This is another hit.
Yeah, this is a hit as much as it is just tastes like Duvel.
I would drink it.
Yeah, it just tastes like
I get
Duvel.
some lemon peel here on the finish, but
I wouldn't
other
say
than
it
that,
tastes like Duvel. Like Duvel's lighter bodied, more champagne-esque, I think. A little more bitter too.
got more carbonation.
This is just a solid, tasty beer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would drink it.
Good stuff.
Yep.
I would drink it. Bam, blam.
So far, the overseas breweries are kind of killing
They're
it.
crushing. Yep.
They're not really going out of their comfort zone really that far.
That's true, yeah.
Play it safe, man. When you're doing something like this,
do what you know.
Come on, man.
We've done this for 400 years, and we're going to make a beer with Sierra Nevada.
Sierra Nevada's like, well, we want you to go outside your comfort zone. Like, all right.
To be honest, breweries going outside their comfort zone is what got us this shitty ass pack last year. So, how about collaborating with breweries and doing something they do well? And that's
Yeah, exactly.
kind of what they did this year, except for Surly and St. Archer. Sorry, bros.
Arnold.
Arnold.
Either of them. They both lose.
How's St. Archer doing, by the way?
I don't know.
Are they still
Same as
They're
ever.
still selling.
They just had a big end cap at Total Wine yesterday. It was like all like they arranged the red, white, and blue 6-packs to be like a 4th of July
Christ's
kind of
sake.
thing.
America. Hooray.
Whatever.
What's
Like
next
they
to
have
you?
red and white and blue, and they made a thing. Yeah.
Oh, good for them.
Let's get some
can.
fucking IPAs in our butt.
Cans.
Butt chug some IPA.
Butt chugging IPA fresh off the shelf. That's the next episode.
Ew.
Just could be my legs over the table.
Some star anise.
Hey
All you're gonna see
guys,
is your feet.
hey guys. I like moving him to talk.
I see a brown star anise.
Oh no.
All right, East meets West IPA. Hold on.
I'm excited.
East meets West IPA from Treehouse Brewing Company. In just a few short years, Treehouse made a big impact on beer scene with their approach to IPA. Low bitterness, intensity, juice, hoppy flavor, and unfiltered haze. As fellow lovers of IPA, we combined our styles. Classic American IPA malt body, New England approach to hopping result in lightly bitter, unfiltered beer, huge hop flavor. There you go.
This beer
Well done.
should, in theory, be awesome. I really hope Sierra Nevada didn't fuck it up. It's Treehouse. Like,
Don't you fuck
Treehouse-
me on this, Sierra Nevada.
Treehouse. They make great beer. So
They Treehouse is like the darling of the. They're the flagship brewery of the most beloved, hyped style of beer in beer right now.
that's fine.
Yeah,
They're the
and
darling.
They're definitely like
They are, darling.
It's like the Pliny the Elder of now.
Pliny the Elder of 2017.
I think every 10 years you need a new Pliny the Elder.
Pliny, dude. People still fucking call stores for it every day.
Pliny, bro.
any Pliny?
Dude, I think I might have told this on the podcast before, but like the 22-year-old guy at my work who barely drinks beer and he's kind of starting to get into it. He's like, so what's this like Pliny the Elder? Like, do you know where I can get it? And it's just like, that's like the level of reputation it has, where it's like people who don't know anything about beer is like, I hear you should get Pliny the Elder. That's the one I'm supposed to get, right?
That's happened to me a couple times with people I work with, and you know, that's fine. And I tell them it's hard to find, and you have to basically get friendly with your local bottle shop, and maybe they'll tell you when they have it.
Tip them.
Sometimes you get lucky. You're better off going to a bar or a place that serves craft beer because it's on tap more than it is in bottles.
And it's delicious.
I had some friends a couple years ago. It's a little bit better now, but this is probably like 5 years ago, and they weren't really into beer. And I had them try some sour beers from like Russian River and stuff. And like, these are great. Where can we get these? And I'm like, well, that's a complicated answer.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like,
And I'm just like, well, like Bevmo, maybe once in a blue moon, but you got to know what you're looking for when they have it. And
dude, it's
there's no
funny.
answer that doesn't make you come off
Yeah.
like a complete pretentious dickhole to like people who aren't into the whole thing. You're just like,
Dude, my girlfriend is not super into beer, but she likes sour beer. And every time I give her something like really nice, she loves it. Like she really, really loved Duck Duck Goose.
Of course.
And it's one of those things. She's like, I love this. We need more of this. And I'm like, well, about that.
$45.
Yeah.
and they
It's
make
like
it every
driving a Ferrari
4
and saying,
or 5
I really
years.
like this.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
awesome.
Such a
Normally
good
I don't
analogy.
like driving, but this is really fun.
Where can I get one of these? It's like,
Well,
Yeah.
there's this guy named Tommy, and you gotta be friends with him.
This smells great.
Dear Sierra Nevada, please make this beer. Signed, Greg.
yeah.
it is, let's say, East meets West. It's pretty clear.
It's pretty West.
There's
Yeah.
a little bit of like chill haze in that, but I don't. Well, they said it used
It's
a
like-
West Coast malt bill, right?
It's
Isn't
like
that what
Heady
they
Topper,
said?
though.
Yeah, it seems like.
Yeah, they said they used a West Coast malt bill with East Coast hopping style. So,
Yeah, and I don't get that either. This seems just like West Coast to me.
well, it turns out when you take a West Coast IPA and just all late hop it, it still doesn't taste that different from
It's
most
still
modern West Coast IPA.
Yeah. I mean, this is too bitter and it's too dry to be any like East Coasty anything.
Yeah.
And honestly, like the quote unquote East Coast hopping is all. I mean, it's what Galaxy, Mosaic, Citra.
The hops in this are pretty danky. I would if I'm going well. So this kind of raises. I have things to say. This kind of raises a little bit about
Jason has concerns.
no. So as the IPA guy in residence, this raises kind of some of my thoughts about the general East Coast IPA, the hopping style. The thing is, when you take the beer and you do the full shebang with that yeast and the water and everything else the way they do it, it rounds the hop profile off to where they all kind of taste like East Coast IPA hops. It doesn't matter what hop varietal you use. When you take that same hop schedule and you put it into a West Coast beer, it tastes very different. And so in this, we ended up with a very kind of like danky, piney, bitter kind of beer. And if I'm doing a late hop bursted beer, I'm going to use like fruity, tropical, like floral hops, and this used more. It tastes like it's using like sea hops. Honestly,
I feel like
really, I don't get that at all.
I don't know about that. It tastes like old school hop approach.
I don't get that either.
It seems like this is the beer Sierra Nevada would make if they were to get into that hypey hazy beer.
Does it specify the hops?
Of course it fucking doesn't.
Which I'm all about.
Honestly, I'm getting that blueberry mosaic thing is what
I
I'm
like
getting.
this beer, man.
Mosaic, huh? I'm not catching mosaic in this at all.
It's a good beer.
If Sierra Nevada made this, I would buy it.
Yep.
In 6 packs.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
today.
I'm getting like that Galaxy. I'm getting a lot of like. I'm getting a lot of bright fruit, a lot of stone fruit. I'm not. I'm,
there's
maybe
a little
some
bit more there.
Maybe like some citrus. I'm not getting.
I
Old
was
school hop at all.
bracing for that fucking New England, like soft, sweet mouthfeel, and this is much more of a dry, bitter beer.
This beer is a compromise. This is Sierra Nevada going, okay. Again, this is a beer that they would make if they would make that kind of beer.
I think this is exactly the kind of beer that Sierra Nevada needs to make.
Right.
Period. Like this is everything that Torpedo should be all the time. But
it is definitely way better than Torpedo.
Fucking light years.
It is nice getting a Sierra Nevada beer that's actually like yellow.
Yeah.
It's not like caramely brown. It's a dry West Coast kind of.
I think this is finally Sierra Nevada proving that they can make this style of IPA and do it really fucking well
with whole leaf hops.
This is a great beer. This is a fucking great beer.
I like the mouthfeel of it too. It's kind of chalky.
Yeah,
dry.
it's
like I said, it's that balance of West Coast and New England thing happening. It's a compromise for Sierra Nevada. I think.
Does have a very bitter back.
It does
for something that I'd consider very late hop bursted, which is what the New England style is.
Well, the New England style is mostly focused on dry hopping, though, right?
Yeah, dry hopping and it's flame out hops and dry hops. It's all hop bursted. It's not. There's hardly any bittering.
Because that's the thing.
This tastes like it has a lot of bittering. It's not a bad beer. It's honestly kind of more like the expectation versus the reality.
Right.
It's a really good IPA, but it definitely, if you're expecting East Coast IPA, if you're expecting Treehouse, you're nowhere near that. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
But
know.
if you were to think of Treehouse collaborating with Sierra Nevada, you can imagine this beer.
It doesn't taste like either of them. That's
exactly.
the thing.
That's
they
what I'm
both
saying.
have a trademark, and it's like neither of their trademarks are there, and they've created this whole third thing almost.
I
which
think this
honestly
is
I'm a fan of. I like
Yeah,
that.
honestly.
If you're an East Coast New England IPA beer drinker and you don't really ever drink Sierra Nevada or West Coast IPA, you're gonna shit on this beer because it's not.
It's not that.
It's not that. But if you're a West Coast,
I think
IPA
your average
drinker,
Sierra Nevada drinker would also not like this.
sure. But if you're a West Coast IPA drinker like us, like I mean, we like all IPA.
That's literally all I drink.
It's a good. You can pick it apart and tell where it came from, where the influences came from, and appreciate it for what it is. And I think it's a great beer. It's
So, John,
really well done.
Did you say West Coast IPA?
I did.
But what about West Coast Double IPA?
I also like West Coast Double IPA.
Same.
Beer Camp West Coast Double IPA.
Deeper.
Boneyard beer. A brewery close to my heart.
Above your head.
Literally above my head. I fanboyed out on them so hard at Firestone, they gave me their beer tax sign, and after some tribulations, it's here in our studio now.
Thanks, Gemma.
Yeah.
And
If you're watching on YouTube, you can see the sign above his head right here.
I don't know how to do an Oregon accent, and it's going to read like a person. We just love brewing hoppy beers is the way Oregon's IPA masters at Boneyard Beer kicked off our collaboration talks. Well, as it turns out, we do too. So we went all out on this intensely hop-heavy West Coast style double IPA. It's bright, golden, crisp, and brimming with intense citrus and herbal hop flavor, just how we like them. Oh man, my hopes are so high for this one.
I know, right?
Shotgun it.
I just fucking I jam my keys in the side of it. Make you guys all watch me take the can down. That would have been amazing. If only.
Fuck you guys. I'm drinking the whole can.
Make some cucks out of us.
4 cucks.
4 cuckolds.
Oh god. All right, here it goes. Oh, that smells good.
It's got haps.
Ooh.
He turned into Ace Ventura. That smells good.
There's someone on the wing.
Something.
Something.
Oh, dude, this beer has it all. It's got that hop zing.
Yeah. This is the one.
It's got the bag of hops.
This
on
is the
nose.
one. It's a hop sack.
It's got
I'm
that
into
like sparkly tongue thing.
It
that's really good.
it gives me sparkle tongue.
Sparkle tongue.
Old Sparkle Tongue Matt.
Old
That's
Sparkle
what we
Tongue
call
Matt.
him.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
happy
me.
right now.
This is the kind of beer that makes me fall in love with IPA all over again.
I don't want to wait for the hops to be over.
It's soft
Wow.
too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh man. Every single note.
Simcoe
Yes.
Mosaic. by
And the
the way.
finish.
Simcoe Mosaic.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Citra Centennial Simcoe Mosaic.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was getting a lot of like bright citrus out of this.
See, where the fuck is that? Sierra Nevada? Where is that life?
Yeah, seriously, Sierra Nevada. Like, why are you not making this all the time? If
Fucking-
I could get this at my grocery store, oh my god.
My homie's a boneyard coming in with
Buy a
like...
keg.
Dude, I'm going to bring back like a Crowler flight for us to do a fucking boneyard
That
show.
would
I
be
swear
dope.
to God.
That would be
Let's
dope.
just go up to a boneyard.
Yes.
I'm going up to Boneyard next month, and I'm going to bring you guys back a fucking Crowler flight.
Cougar Steve's in the house.
Crowler flight of all IPA. Actually, their Pilsner was dope. They had a hoppy Pilsner at the Firestone Fest, and it was so dope.
Dude, that was like all the Pilsners at the fest were so good.
Dude, the lager lanyard was great. Shout out to Chris Freeburn. I don't know if he listens to this, but he, friend of ours, Chris Freeburn, put together the lager lanyard, and it was just like a punch card checklist
of all the Pilsners.
of all the lagers, every lager. Although
lager period.
they had a Dunkelweizen. I was like, I understand that a Weizen is a lager, but a Dunkelweizen is in fact not, sir.
Weizen in general is ale.
It's
right?
ale, right?
Yeah.
Is it?
Even Dunkelweizen.
Either way, they fucked up on that one. He shit the bed on that one. But otherwise, it was just this checklist of
Maybe it
things.
was
It's
his
funny
homies
because
beer.
all the breweries had them and stuff. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, I got one of those too. Bob Coons was ahead for a while, and then from Highland Park. And then I talked to the one of the dudes from the brewery. He's like, oh, yeah, I've had that one. I was like, nice. You guys
Russian
are killing
Rivers
it.
was killing it.
Speaking of Highland Park, I went there during the weekend of the Firestone Walker Invitational to pick up new something. Damn it, forgot the name of the beer. Went to pick it up and had a beer, and the woman behind the counter, I said, hey, I'm here to pick up bottles. She kind of rolled her eyes and she's like, I don't know if we have it. I'm like, well, I bought it, so I need it. She's like, yeah, all the bottles are at this fest somewhere. I don't know where. How many did you get? And I go, 3? She's like, fine. So she just brought 3 bottles out. And then
Normally, there's
I
like
checked.
there's a bottle guy.
Checklist, I know. And so I checked my email and I had 4. So I said, actually, I got 4. And she's like, here's another one. And that's it.
Oh,
It was kind of weird, but
they're hippies.
I'll cut that out. I'm just saying. It was not the normal.
Raised
from Highland
eyebrows.
Park.
This is a really good beer.
Yeah. Dude, no. They put the name of like a brewery that I've fanboyed out pretty hard on this beer.
Start that again because I laughed. And that was
This is a really good beer.
They put the name of a brewery that I fanboyed out pretty hard on, and I was like,
I also have a hard on.
This is damn good,
no,
man.
not in your condition. And
Yeah, I know. I've been resisting.
yeah, I was like,
No bar,
oh
no
god,
bar, no
don't
bar.
fucking put Boneyard on a beer that's gonna suck shit. It's gonna be like Boneyard doing a raspberry Berliner, and it's like, what? Like, that's kind of
Please
when I
don't.
see the collaborators and what they did last year. It's like, oh god, they're gonna fucking ruin the name of breweries I like.
so far. This is the best collaboration 12-pack yet
Easily.
that we've had on the show.
for
Far and away.
sure.
Really,
Far and
really
away.
good.
Yeah.
I have more
full of fun.
positive things to say than negative about this.
What do we got up next, Jason? We're almost there. We're almost through it after an hour. Wow.
There's 12 beers, man. I mean, that's a reasonable pace.
Yeah, it's not a small. It's not a small pack.
Let's go to Beer Camp Out Porter brewed with vanilla and honey from Garage Project.
Okay.
Garage Project is interesting. They've been collabing it the fuck up with some American breweries lately.
Yeah, and they had that can of IPA that was fucking garbage.
That was not that good. Yeah,
it was Garbage Project. It's more like
Garbage project.
more like Garbage Project.
Party and bullshit.
Ouch.
That's like the only beer Bobs have.
I'm going to change my home brewery to that name. Garbage project. Because I brew by the garbage cans.
All right. In honor of the beer camp, our friends at New Zealand's Garage Project Brewery wanted to Garage Project Brewery wanted to carry on the camping theme straight through to our flavor of our beer, featuring unique malt smoked over Manuka wood, rare Manuka honey, and vanilla beans. This robust porter has sweet notes of reminiscent marshmallows roasted over a campfire. Yeah.
All right.
I got to work on it. I'm not happy with my Aussie or New Zealand accent.
Yeah, that was kind of rough.
Hey, you know what, man? Fuck off. It's okay when I criticize myself. It's not okay when you do it.
You're like, God damn it, I suck. Really? Yeah.
I'm like, you motherfuckers.
God, so
you're here to
bad.
support me.
It's like, I look fat in this. Yeah, you do.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. John gets it. John knows.
My ass. Does this beer make my ass look big?
Yeah, no, your ass does. Nailed it. Naggled it.
Zing.
Nagel.
Zing.
Classic naggle roast. Pop, pop, pop.
Not much. Pop, pop, pop. Not much happening on the nose on this beer. Just kind of.
I get some roasty vanilla notes.
Yeah, but not like it's not like boom.
None of these beers have been big on aroma,
except for the IPAs.
Aroma.
Even then, as IPAs go, they weren't super aromatic.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm with
it's
you on
tasty.
that.
Definitely get that s'more. Like
Let's
s'mores.
see.
I want to
Yeah.
smell it s'more.
It kind of smells like a s'more.
Schmoresies.
Yeah.
Does smell s'moresy.
Smell s'more.
Oh, it definitely has that s'more flavor.
Schmorgish.
Oh, this one's good.
Yeah, we'll drink this.
It's mild too. It's not like a huge, like super sweet, like sugar bomb. It's just got like kind of like a roasty s'more marshmallow flavor, but like
Ooh,
the flavors aren't
That's real good.
overpowering.
That's real
I
good.
feel like that may be the steady hand of Sierra Nevada, like
kind of like reining
it back, and I
in those
appreciate that.
crazy New Zealanders.
Also, guys,
Kiwis.
how much alcohol do you think's in this beer?
I would say
7.
I was gonna say 7.
6.9.
$1. It's 7.7.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
You guys are all pretty
it's
good
got
on.
it's got some beef.
I don't get any heat to it.
I think it's a tad bitter.
I'm vindicated.
I agree.
Whoa, shut it down in chat says, as a resident of Massachusetts and not New Zealand, both impressions were spot on. Fuck yeah.
Nice.
Validated.
I guarantee that he packs his car in half a yacht.
Jesus Christ.
Send us some harpoon.
Yeah, it's like chocolatey, vanilla, really thick, rich mouthfeel. But it does finish a little dry and a little bitter.
Yeah.
I can feel it on the back of my tongue. You know?
Yeah, I'm with you on the bitterness.
It's not
Yeah.
bad though. It's fine.
Yeah, it's not like acrid or anything where it's like, ugh.
Yeah. It's
It
not like a
just hangs around.
tannic thing. It's tasty though, man.
That's yummy.
Oh man, who did this?
Garage Project.
Garage.
Garage Project?
This is not a garbage project. This is
Not a
good.
garbage project.
This is good. We can't be the first ones to say that, right?
No.
Garbage project.
No, I'm sure they've got it. I'm sure they've
because
got it
I
since
bring a
their
lot
inception.
of Homestar Runner jokes into this. There's a whole episode where he talks about a garage sale being a garbage sale.
Oh, okay.
He's like, that's like the only jokes moms have. It's the only joke moms have.
I didn't know that joke,
Garbage
so-
sale.
but I'm not a mom.
You know the other one. You know what the other one is? Tarjay.
Tarjay, yeah. Garbage sale and Tarjay. That's all they got.
Tarjay. Good.
This
All
is
right.
delicious. This is
Wow,
great.
man.
So that was number 11. What do we got for number 12, dude? Let's see if we can end it with a bang.
Meet me halfway.
I'm
Sorry.
so happy with this show. Like, I
Yeah,
think
the
it's
beer
more
camp's
positive
gotten-
than negative.
It's
I
gotten
agree.
so much better than
Man.
last 2 years.
Really good.
They
good
finally
aha
dialed
moments,
in
too.
their fucking 12-pack of collaborating with all the best breweries in the
It's
world.
not a fucking mess. It's good.
Wasn't last year's like just a 6-pack times 2?
I think
Which
so,
one was
but
it?
then every beer was like with collaborating with like 17 breweries. It was a pain in the ass.
It was like
Oh, that's
3
right.
breweries per beer.
all right,
I think.
So we have it's from Colorado. I don't have an accent for that. Dry hop barley wine style ale, Avery Brewing Company.
Are you sure it's not a red IPA, fuckers?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Seriously,
For the uninitiated, Hog Heaven, Avery's Hog Heaven, which is, I would say,
Noted barley wine.
In fact, when I was like first really getting into beer, I did a barley wine showdown with my friends, and we wrote everything down. I was gonna put it on my early shitty blog, except for like if the first 2 we wrote like really good notes, and by like the 10th one, our notes were like a scribble. It was like we wrote it by hand
good.
on paper, and it was just like first one was like has notes of blah blah blah, and like the 10th one it was just like beer good, monkeys bad, what's dog doing? Question mark. Goats, and like it was like it just got incoherent. It was ridiculous. So
It's like postcards.
but anyways, the winner of that showdown was Avery's Hog Heaven barley wine, which is what I'm saying is how seminal of a barley wine this is. And they recently rebranded it as a Imperial Red IPA.
Right.
As an Imperial, go fuck yourself.
And that's
what it
that's
is.
a beer.
Barley wine.
When I was doing New Brew Thursday, that and Master Pairings with Dr. Bill, he would reference that as like the style. Like if you want to reference barley wine, drink Hog Heaven. Like, and then they just
American
change
barley
it.
wine, yeah.
Yeah, they just changed the style on the. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's dumb as fuck.
So Avery, get your shit together. Anyways, Colorado's Avery Brewing and Sierra Nevada both make American style barley wine ales, verging on the hop extreme.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Not anymore.
Ooh,
Sorry.
he doesn't like them. Anyways, for this collaboration dubbed Big Hog, that's funny, because Bigfoot and Hog Heaven.
Oh, I get it.
As an homage to the 2 beers that inspired it, we recreated both barley wine recipes and blended the beers into a new hop-heavy... Okay, so this is basically a blend of Hog Heaven and Bigfoot.
It's open fermented.
No, I don't think so. Oh, it
They
doesn't
should have
say.
called it. What is it? Did they call it Big Heaven?
It's Bigfoot's open.
Big
fermented.
Hog.
They should have called it Big Heaven.
Big Hog works. Big Heaven does not work.
Yeah.
Heaven's already big, if it exists.
It's,
Heaven's pretty big.
And it does not. It features rich, bittersweet malt character with notes of caramel toffee. We don't need flavor notes. Fuck off.
It's a fucking
Especially-
barley wine.
it's got some
It's
barley
bottle,
wine notes.
it's bottle conditioned, apparently, for longevity.
notes of barley wine.
Notes of barley wine. Barley wine is life. It has
very
notes,
well-
When you drunk af, but barley wine is life.
notes of Stephen Bodie.
It's very well carbonated, first and foremost.
All right.
I think it smells more like Celebration than anything. That's
Yeah.
that's the
It's
first
like
thing it
Imperial
reminds me of.
Celly.
Yeah.
It's definitely got like some orange marmalade thing.
Good call.
Orange marmalade, sweet marmalade.
Doesn't really smell of barley wine to me though. Like if you just handed me this beer, I'd be like, yeah, it's Imperial Reddish.
I don't know. I get a lot of caramel notes, a lot of that like really like Maillard, like
It's
long
subtle,
boil type
though.
thing.
It's
Yeah.
Pretty subtle.
Yeah.
There's a big hop character in this beer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty huge.
It's 9.4, which is kind of on the low side for barley wine, to be honest with you. But there's a big hop presence in here, like a very floral, piney hop bite, right?
Good call.
Yeah, it's really bitter. This reminds me.
It's not really bitter.
This reminds me of.
I'm actually
why-
getting bitterness out of it, and I don't detect bitterness because I drink IPA so much. This tastes bitter to me.
This beer reminds
Not
me.
bitter. John is beyond it. He's like, I don't even taste the bitterness anymore.
It's like I don't even taste beer anymore.
Like, you know those expanding mime memes? Like, John is the last one on there. He's just like, no bitterness.
Didn't say it wasn't bitter.
This beer reminds me of why I don't like American barley wine. It's like all the barley wine
You're
stuff that I
hipster and,
want.
like, America's not cool.
All the barley wine stuff that I want is buried in hop and bitterness. You
This
know?
beer reminds me of Knuckle Sandwich.
No.
Yeah. Well, no. You know what this beer reminds me of is old Guardian. Honestly,
Maybe.
It like has that really bitter, sharp,
It's pretty damn bitter.
biting, like finish, and like that really kills it for me.
This comes off, for me anyway, not nearly as bitter as I think you're presenting it. It's bitter. Your facial expressions are. I think that's on camera.
Think for a barley wine,
yeah, it's not that bad. It's not
for a
that
barley
bad.
wine. This beer comes off with a lot of bitterness. And again, this is someone who's
Greg?
not that sensitive to bitter.
It's like double bitter.
Okay, well, I'm in the minority. All right.
nothing
It's
wrong,
very bitter.
Nothing wrong with having a dissenting opinion.
That being
That's how the
said,
Supreme Court works.
I do not want to drink this beer anymore.
Yeah, same.
It's
I'm over it.
challenging. It is. Yeah, it
There's a
hits
reason
you
why
hard.
barley wine is life, and it's not my life.
I mean, I like a good barley wine, but wow, man, that's just way too bitter.
Yeah, it's bitter.
Yeah,
but
I don't like American barley wine. I mean, give me British style barley wine anytime. Alaskan barley wine, British style barley wine, fucking perfection.
I mean,
Old numbskull.
Numbskull.
Let's
another
talk
great
about
one.
barley wine for a
good.
minute.
Okay.
Revolution Brewing at the Firestone Fest had their straight jacket, which is pretty. It's up there with Sukaba, is considered one of the best barley wines you can get in the States.
Oh shit!
And they had a brandy barrel aged straight jacket that they called VSOJ,
Right, it was
Oh
delicious.
nice.
and it was fucking great.
did you have to put like
good.
rubber boots on to walk through all the cum on the ground?
Yeah,
No,
seriously.
there was Revolution had no hype, dude. They were everyone's at Side Project and
Yep.
Three Floyds. I think still had a line, of course.
That was a
I
bad
didn't
joke.
go over there.
I'm sorry I said that.
Revolution weirdly like they're big in Chicago, but like when they come to Firestone, they don't have a big hype line. But
Actually, I thought it was a good joke, but not for that brewery. Going back,
you can hold on to that one. Keep it in your pocket.
cum boots.
I made a sound
Hashtag
effect.
cum boots.
John Cumboots Holzer, that's what we call him. He's been stomping.
I call him that because he came into my boots.
He's been stomping through cum for 30 years. He's the Mike Rowe of cum stomping.
The final verdict on the Sierra Nevada 12 pack for 2017.
Great. I'd
Must
say
buy.
it was about 20-25% stinkers, and all the rest were
Yeah.
either average to great. There was like a lot. There was a lot of standouts, which I thought was rad.
The hit percentage this year is so much higher than it ever has been.
Yeah,
I would buy
there's some
another-
actually like really good beers in here.
I'll buy another one.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it myself, honestly.
And especially for somebody who's like not all of our fans fucking obsess about craft beer for the last 10 years like we have. Especially if you like haven't are looking to try new stuff and try new breweries. I do feel like in most of these beers they captured at least some of the character of the collaboration brewery.
Yeah, I think so too.
Where before they've never done that. They've been like, we collaborated with this brewery and we
then
did something that's nothing like what
They
they
like
do.
Sierra Nevada fight it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Is that word? Like they made it a Sierra Nevada beer.
like
Legalized it.
you're
it's
in
like don't do that.
you're in Ohio and you've heard of Boneyard and you never had Boneyard before. Well, this gives you at least like
glimpse.
a glimpse of the character that you're going to get from Boneyard beer.
Yeah.
Less so Treehouse, but like, most of these have captured the character of a lot of these breweries.
I don't know. To me, like that Treehouse beer, I think the aroma was real close to what you would get out of a lot of like the quote unquote hazy IPAs. I think that was pretty damn close.
It could have been more.
It could have been more, but like it gives
Also, it's
you
got
an
some age,
idea.
too.
It gives you an inkling.
They have some age on them.
Okay.
But also,
Yeah.
this is a
They're
glimpse
all
of
warehouse aged.
what's cool about this is it's also a glimpse of what Sierra Nevada could be doing. And,
Yeah.
God damn it.
Step the
step
fuck
it
up.
up.
This
Yeah.
shows
Do
that
some of this.
they're capable.
Take
Yeah.
Optimum, throw it in a fucking river, and make this West Coast double IPA.
I mean,
Every
I think
damn
part of
day.
the reason breweries collaborate with other breweries is to learn. And Sierra Nevada can learn. Like, just because they're making millions of dollars a year and they're part of the old guard doesn't mean they can't learn new tricks. Like, they can. And take some of the knowledge you've learned from these breweries and apply it to
exactly.
some new beers.
Be like, holy shit! When we hop at this crazy high rate, we get an amazing aroma. We should do that more often.
And
Yeah?
they use whole leaf hops, and nothing like none of these beers were vegetal. Mm-hmm. They were not like overly grassy.
I agree.
They were hoppy. They were good in like the good hoppy way. So they can do it. And so they've kind of put themselves in a corner now where it's like, I guess we can technically do this. All right, so fucking innovate.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
do it.
Even I was on the
Or,
tour.
or I'm sorry, but even just like get to baseline. They're behind now.
I meant innovate in the sense of Sierra Nevada doing something different.
Yeah.
I will say that
Not changing
like,
the beer scene, but innovating in their brewery.
Yeah.
I talked about this earlier off show, but the Tropical Torpedo is actually surprisingly good.
It's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Sierra Nevada's getting in the right direction. And I think we're starting to see a lot of the old guard big breweries be like, okay, we gotta tune our shit in.
Even with Stone Brewing Company, they're still kind of hesitant. Like they do unfiltered Enjoy By, which is a great beer.
In a can now.
And I love that can. Oh, it's such a cool looking can. But they're still not crossing over to like the newer genres of beer, I think.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Like this isn't music. You can be trendy. There's nothing wrong with being trendy in beer, I think. Like if it's widely accepted and it's good, go for it,
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
if you
try
have your
your
own
hand at
take
it.
on it, like Monkish like does that hazy stuff, but it tends to be more West Coast influenced, go for it. Like try to do something different, and there's nothing wrong with trying to do something different.
Yeah, when I was touring Firestone Walker's brand new fuck off brew house last weekend, one of the things that stuck with me, David Walker said, we're kind of, as a big brewer, we're kind of a victim of our own creativity.
Yep.
And, you have to discontinue shit that you love, and you have to keep up with the game. Otherwise, if you're not getting in the game, you're getting out of it, really.
Yeah, exactly. What was everyone's favorite?
Oh Jesus.
I like the treehouse.
Boneyard.
Treehouse.
Boneyard.
Honestly, I think I'm going to go with the
Yuzu.
Koichi.
Yeah,
that's pretty
I'm
good,
with you.
yeah.
Yeah.
John,
I'm looking at
hobby
the
beer's
box. I love the Boneyard, the Koichi, or am I saying
Koichi.
Koichi?
Coochie.
Excellent beer. The Einger, definitely.
The Einger beer was great. I think that was kind of the sleeper, right?
And I think as a oddball choice, the brewery beer.
Yeah, the brewery
good.
one is surprisingly good, honestly.
Yeah,
it was
I
way
agree.
better than I thought it was.
Yeah, right on.
I liked it.
Cool. Fun times, you guys.
Bud.
You want to find Four Brewers online? You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Instagram. You can find all that information on fourbrewers.com. If you want to join us live, which is the one I forgot, you can go to fourbrewers.com/live. Keep an eye on our Facebook and Instagram stuff. We'll announce when we are taping.
Pretty much we announce once a week.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, exactly.
it's a thing I do now. So
if you want to see our gooey video content, go to fourbrewers.com/YouTube, where you can find Pink Beer Corner, Cheap Beer Corner, John's Cellar Reviews.
fresh off the shelf.
Fresh off the shelf, and maybe someday I'll get my shit together and do a segment of my own. Go to patreon.com/fourbrewers if you want to donate to the show. Go to iTunes and also Apple Podcasts and leave us a review, because that helps us out a lot on the Apple rankings and gets more earballs listening to the show.
Earballs.
And if you want to get in touch with us directly, hit us up at feedback@fourbrewers.com and brew the shit out of it.
Yeesh.
Oh, man, that was so much better than the last couple.
So much better,
Dude, that was really good.
Like, we got the duds out early. It was like,
Yeah.
I tried to do them kind of in style order. I was like, it's hard when you have 12 beers. Like,
the last one
yeah.
we did, we left like sad and depressed and pissed off because nothing was good for the most part.
Jesus fucking Christ, Sierra Nevada, get your shit together.
Yeah, this is not that. So
Killer clowns.
so we're gonna take a brief break.
It's funny you
right?
mentioned that, and then it was like, I saw a post that was like, this is the 20th anniversary of Killer Clowns, like the next day.
No shit.
Yeah, like you posted the picture of your girlfriend's socks.
Yeah.
And the next day somebody's like, 20th anniversary, Killer Clowns. I was like,
Shit.
fucking weird. I haven't heard about Killer Clowns in 5 years, but
Yeah. Well, that's one of those things that you like hear about it nonstop, just because it's always like right at the top of the Netflix rank, like, suggested movies. But after that, like,
the only thing I remember from Killer Clowns is
All right, everyone. We'll be back in about
guy goes
5-10
to
minutes.
the clowns, like, what are you gonna do? Knock my block off? And then he punches the guy's head.